Hello traders, good morning, and this is your week ahead video. So before we start having a look at what to expect this week, we're just going to have a quick review of the main events of last week. So there are a couple of key releases for us. We had the Australian CPI, which came out lower than expected. So added to those mixed employment figures a week before, that's left us with a fairly weak Aussie dollar going into the week. Now on top of that, we did have the New Zealand CPI reading too. Came out better than expected, which of course strengthened the New Zealand dollar, especially against that weaker Aussie. Elsewhere, we had some decent inflation figures come through for the UK in shape of the prelim GDP reading. And then towards the later half of the week, we had unemployment claims and advanced GDP both come out poorer than expected on the Friday and the Thursday, and because of that, added to the present weakness that we already had due to the kind of a Trump situation, because of that the US dollar continued to weaken. So how about this week? Well, key events are the Bank of Japan Outlook report on Tuesday. We're going to be very interested to see what their growth forecasts are throughout their monetary policy statements. And then we have the Canadian GDP on Tuesday afternoon. Is going to be a very interesting release. We expect to see a big improvement on previous figures, which could of course give us some strength. And then later on in the night time, the Bank of Canada Governor Paulos is speaking, and we're going to be very interested to see how upbeat or downbeat he is throughout that speech. Wednesday, it's FOMC day, so of course that's the monthly delayed monetary policy statements from the Fed. We're going to be listening out to see whether we're still on track for a couple of rate hikes this year at least. And then we have the Bank of England Super Thursday, so we've got the inflation report, the bank rate votes and the monetary policy summary. So we're especially interested to see firstly what their outlook is on inflation growth and whether or not we're heading towards being on target, and also what the next action is going to be in terms of, is it going to be a cut or a hike or a rates on hold for the foreseeable future. And then on Friday we've got the main event, which is a non-farm employment change, so a strong indication as to the health of the American employment. So that's it for your week ahead. As always guys, I will be in the live Traders Lounge, so if you do need me, you know where to find me. Cheers.